From Merriam-Webster's online dictionary. Gaslighting. Gaslighting, sense 2, the act or practice of grossly misleading someone, especially for one's own advantage. The term derives from the 1944 film Gaslight and became popular in the mid-2010s. Gaslight and its adaptations portray a seemingly genteel husband using lies and manipulation to isolate his heiress wife and persuade her that she is mentally ill so that he can steal from her. One of the husband's tricks is to secretly dim and brighten the indoor gaslighting, insisting his wife is imagining it. According to the American Psychological Association in 2021, gaslighting once referred to manipulation so extreme as to induce mental illness or to justify commitment of the gaslight person to a psychiatric institution. Gaslighting, sense 1, psychological manipulation of a person usually over an extended period of time that causes the victim to question the validity of their own thoughts, perception of reality, or memories, and typically leads to confusion, loss of confidence and self-esteem, uncertainty of one's emotional or mental stability, and a dependency on the perpetrator. The origin and semantic development of gaslighting. The origins of gaslighting are colorful. The term comes from the title of a 1938 play and the movies based on that play, the plots of which involve a man attempting to make his wife believe that she is going insane. His mysterious activities in the attic cause the house's gas lights to dim, but he insists to his wife that the lights are not dimming and that she can't trust her own perceptions. When gaslighting was first used in the mid-20th century, it referred to a kind of deception like that in the plots mentioned above, sense 1. In the current century, the word gaslighting has come to refer also to something simpler and broader, the act or practice of grossly misleading someone, especially for a personal advantage, sense 2. In this use, the word gaslighting is at home with other terms relating to modern forms of deception and manipulation, such as fake news and deepfake. The idea of a deliberate conspiracy to mislead has made gaslighting useful in describing lies that are part of a larger plan. Unlike lying, which tends to be between individuals, and fraud, which tends to involve organizations, gaslighting applies in both personal and political contexts, and is found in formal and technical writing as well as in colloquial use. Its increasing use in many contexts contributed to making gaslighting Merriam-Webster's Word of the Year for 2022. Gaslighting, topic, on Google Trends. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/gaslighting. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is the manipulation of someone into questioning their perception of reality. The term derives from the 1944 film Gaslight and became popular in the mid-2010s. Some mental health experts have expressed concern that the term has been used too broadly. In 2022, The Washington Post described it as an example of therapy speak, arguing it had become a buzzword improperly used to describe ordinary disagreements. Gaslight and its adaptations portray a seemingly genteel husband using lies and manipulation to isolate his heiress wife and persuade her that she is mentally ill so that he can steal from her. One of the husband's tricks is to secretly dim and brighten the indoor gaslighting, insisting his wife is imagining it. In self-help and amateur psychology. Gaslighting is a term used in self-help and amateur psychology to describe a dynamic that can occur in personal relationships, romantic or parental, and in workplace relationships. Gaslighting involves two parties, the gaslighter, who persistently puts forth a false narrative in order to manipulate, and the gaslight, who struggles to maintain their individual autonomy. Gaslighting is typically effective only when there is an unequal power dynamic or when the gaslight has shown respect to the gaslighter. Gaslighting is different from genuine relationship disagreement, which is both common and important in relationships. Gaslighting is distinct in that one partner is consistently listening and considering the other partner's perspective. One partner is consistently negating the other's perception, insisting that they are wrong, or telling them that their emotional reaction is irrational or dysfunctional. The term gaslighting is more often used to refer to a pattern of behavior over a long duration, not a one-off instance of persuasion, but the methods of persuasion is the defining trait of gaslighting behavior. Over time, the listening partner may exhibit symptoms often associated with anxiety disorders, depression, or low self-esteem. Gaslighting is distinct from genuine relationship conflict in that one party manipulates the perceptions of the other. Motivations. Gaslighting is a way to control the moment, stop conflict, ease anxiety, and feel in control. It often deflects responsibility, however, and tears down the other person. Some may gaslight their partners by denying events, including personal violence. A study found that those who gaslight tended to score high on manipulative personality traits. Learned behavior. Gaslighting is a learned trait. A gaslighter is a student of social learning. They witness it, experience it themselves, or stumble upon it, and see that it works, both for self-regulation and co-regulation. Studies have shown that gaslighting is more prevalent in couples where one or both partners have maladaptive personality traits, such as traits associated with short-term mental illness like depression, substance-induced illness, e.g., alcoholism, mood disorders, e.g., bipolar disorder, anxiety disorders, e.g., PTSD, personality disorder, e.g., BPD, NPD, etc., neurodevelopmental disorder, e.g., ADHD, or combination of the above, i.e., co-occurrence, and are prone to and adept at convincing others to doubt their own perceptions. Habilitation. It can be difficult to extricate oneself from a gaslighting power dynamic. Those who gaslight must attain greater emotional awareness and self-regulation, or those being gaslighted must learn that they do not need others to validate their reality, and they need to gain self-reliance and confidence in defining their own reality. In medicine, medical gaslighting is an informal term that refers to patients having their real symptoms dismissed or downplayed by medical professionals, leading to incorrect or delayed diagnoses. Women are more likely to be affected by the phenomenon. Gaslighting has been used to describe state-implemented psychological harassment techniques used in East Germany during the 1970s and 1980s. The techniques were used as part of the Stasi's, the State Security Service's, decomposition methods, which were designed to paralyze the ability of hostile, negative, politically incorrect or rebellious people to operate without unjustifiably imprisoning them, which would have resulted in international condemnation. In social systems, gaslighting within social systems operates as a mechanism to uphold entrenched power hierarchies, often through subtle and overt forms of manipulation that compel individuals to question their perceptions of reality. One striking manifestation is racial gaslighting, a process deeply embedded within the political, economic, social, and cultural scaffolding of a dominant racial hierarchy. By pathologizing dissent and framing challenges to racial inequities as misperceptions or even assaults on democratic fairness, racial gaslighting coerces marginalized individuals into doubting their experiences within racialized structures. This phenomenon extends beyond denial of systemic racism to active recharacterization, where the assertion of racial injustice is reframed as an act of reverse discrimination or irrational sensitivity. See also: confidence trick, using trust to defraud. DARVO, acronym for deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. Deception, intentionally using false statements to mislead. Manipulation, exploiting for personal gain. Martha Mitchell effect, labeling real experiences as delusional.